NANI?
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Today is finally the day that I am able to look with you guys at the new ONEW and the dice behind the scenes. I'm always excited to look at these type of videos for one particular reason, and that is actually it's nice to see everything that's happening in the background. Who is involved? Where is it involved? Really, really cool. I would say let's not waste any more time, but let's jump right into the video with the behind the scenes of ONEW and dice. Alrighty, I am really just excited to look at this particular behind the scenes. I want to know how correct I am with some of my analysis and the ones that I made at least. Hello ONEW, how you doing? Okay, I'm already very much correct on the location. It is a hotel. The reason why I know that is because hotels have a very unique structure. They are always, in Korea, they tend to look like this. I don't know why, but all the hotels that I visited looked more like this. So that's why I took the guess that everything was filmed in a hotel. And hey, a hotel is actually a very good place to film a music video. Everything looks good. Everything is nice. Everything is set up and you have to worry about nothing. The cleaning, the setup, the hotel makes sure of everything is being done correctly, which is just fantastic. It's very not time consuming, it's time efficient. 8 o'clock in the morning. Alrighty. Is he wearing a morning gourmet? Like a, what do you call it? You know, where you walk around with, you can feel a little bit sexy? It just looks like he came out of the bathroom. Yeah, we already have some equipment. It's actually behind my head. There it is. But I like looking at equipment, you know, it just shows how simple this setup actually is. It's nothing more than a camera, a gimbal, a ring to hold it so you can actually have it nicely held, and a monitor on the top. Very simple, but it's nice. I would use this as well if I had it. The reason why I don't have it is just that it's too big. To carry this around, you really just need a very big hotel. Oh my god, you can actually see the hotel name here. The Swiss Grand Hotel in Seoul. Let's actually have a look into that. I mean, it's a beautiful hotel. Looks very normal. I'm very curious where it is actually. You know, like where is this in Seoul? Because when I was in Seoul, I don't remember this hotel in any way. So I'm just... Okay, it's a little bit on the outside of the city, so you can imagine that, if I'm not mistaken, so you can say this is more or less like the heart of Seoul, and I was never in this area, but it's a little bit on the outside, near the autobahn, near the highway. It's easier to access, and look, the price is actually cheap, €145, €99 for a night. That's actually okay. I think this is quite doable, and I can only imagine that they only pay like a couple €1,000, maybe like 1, 2, or 3. I can only presume to be there and do all their filming, which is a really good deal actually to make a music video that's gonna make you much more money. Like, think about the business logics of that. Why though? I have a feeling that for some reason decaffeinated coffee, Coke, it just tastes really odd. There's something about it that doesn't make sense to me. I tried it, but it might be good though. I never had it iced. Might be like a milkshake. He's just explaining a little bit about the set, and I think what's also going to happen and how they expect to film it. Okay, I'm going to take back actually what I said about how much they paid to be in the hotel, purely because it's fucking expensive to really rent out, to make sure that everything is closed and people cannot enter through the main entrance. Like, that's expensive. Really cool. Really cool. I like looking at this. What version did they use actually in the MV? I would need to check it after I checked out this video, but there was one version where he does the talking and one version where he doesn't. So they might be cutting between two different shots. I need to check that out again afterwards in the future. He's really addicted though to that dice. He actually is wearing the bathrobe. That is actually the word. He is wearing one. I forgot it because that's the theme of the music. I thought he was wearing it just like a costume that he wants to wear in, going to the set. But no, he is wearing what he needs to wear in the set. On top of that, the slimy things on the floor here, it's actually a real prop. They did a really good job at making that look like CGI. And that's fantastic. You know, if they can make props look that good there, where you disbelieve whether it is real or not. Impressive. There we have the light tube again. The cameraman. Fantastic. Really simple setup, but nice. Nothing too complicated here. Oh man, isn't this going to be the cake part where he throws it on the floor? Look at all the lighting they even have. You notice that in the subtitles they blur out the company names, and again, most likely they do that because they don't want to show involvement with the brands, and I can understand that. There might be brands that say, "Oh, look, ONEW is here promoting Nike," or I forgot what they used in one of the other videos. I completely forgot. It doesn't even matter, but they also blurred it out. But it could be, you know, that companies do that, and they don't want to associate that at all because hey, that's just free advertisement, and it's you know, it's good for the companies that they are promoting, but it's crappy for people like ONU and the entire management behind because they don't want to promote it. I love this. I really just love looking at these videos, especially if you adore the person who's in the video, if you adore the team that's behind the video. It just makes so much fun, especially how they all get ready. They prepare what they have to do. Here you have Onyu, you know, reading his song, getting into the vibe a little bit. And all the people in the background are also doing their things. It just, you know, so many wheels are running and turning at the moment that it's just fantastic. And it might look like a couple of seconds here, but in reality, we're talking about minutes, if not half an hour of making sure that everything is set up. And these are very drastic times. It's really like it's either now or never. It's interesting, you know, to be on one of these sets. We got a little bit of lighting there. This is a very good example actually to see and display what lighting does. So here we have no lighting, and then lighting will be added onto his face. And just look at how all those shadows from underneath his eye disappear. Gone. Really nice. It can also give a very surreal look because it just looks 100% perfect, but you don't want it either, you know. You don't want always things to look surreal, but here they're going for something that is a little bit realistic and a little bit out of this world. It gives me a bit of that, you know, that key vibe where they're in space with the slime and everything. Give me a little bit of that vibes, but also that it's in a hotel and you can actually fall in love with someone, you know. It's a little bit of both what they're going with here. I wonder if this was actually an idea that they just came up with while they were on set. It could have been, you know, like these things normally come out of the blue because the director or someone might just say like, what about if there was just cake on his face? Will it look better or not? It's worth trying out. Beautiful lip sync. I like it. It looks really warm though. No, his gown looks warm. I have a feeling this was the last shot though. Like, it reminds me of the last bit of the music video, but that's normally what you do. So when you're on set, what you do is like here on this little stage, they make sure that they get all the shots that they need, whether it is at the very beginning of the music MV and then all the way at the end. They make sure that everything is done there at the same time. Never on a video shoot, everything is done like, okay, first we're there, then we're going to go to B again, then back to A, and then B. Everything that has to happen at A is going to happen at A. Everything that happened at location B, it's going to happen at location B. The color is amazing though. I love the green. Like, the props really look good. I wonder what it is actually. Like, is it like latex? Is it like balloons? What is it? You know, these companies that make these kind of props, hats off to them. They do it really good. Mm-hmm. That's the one thing that I noticed as well. They're really using that dice as a medium. He always has it with him to also remind us where the song is about. It's a really smart tactic, not a small one, but it's an important one as well, because normally what you do in an MV to make sure that all the scenes are linked, there should be small hints to what's happening in A, in B, in C, in set A, in set B, you know, in different types of shots. It's very nice if you can do this because it just makes the storytelling much stronger. It's a really good tool. It's a small tool, but it's a good tool. Mm-hmm. It is a love song. Okay, now we can actually see the props a little better. Okay, they're not as shiny as I thought they'd be. So I have a feeling they just made this out of building foam and then just sandpaper it and then just put some paint over it, some shiny paint to make it look as good as it. A little bit of a glitter to it. It looks really, really good. Again, these props, I bet they only used them once, but it's going to cost a couple €1,000. Like, I remember on one of my projects that I did for events, you know, to make a company do these things, it just costs a lot of money. Even though it's a one-time use, it's interesting. It's just interesting how they make these silly things that look as if they're pointless, but they have a very strong meaning, and that's what people pay for. They pay for professionals to make sure that the props look good. And I thought it was CGI, so they really did a good job. They really just look slimy. Okay, one sec. I want to go back again. So the one thing that we did notice is that there is this feeling as if we were listening to Shiny with Married to the Music. That is the vibe that we're going to, and he actually confirms that here. Mm-hmm. It was this entire MV is much brighter than Married to the Music. It just feels like you're sitting next to a campfire. It's nice and warm. Your tummy feels warm. You want to have a little bit of a beer, maybe a little bit of a whiskey, and you're having a good time. That's what I feel with Dice. And you can also see this is how they filmed it. Very calm. Good for him though. People are really crazy for sneakers, by the way. Nike, when they get their releases, man, it's amazing to see how dedicated some people are. My brother, for example, has like 20, Air Maxes, if not mistaken. I got 2 pairs, about 20. He says he loves them. There's something about them that just tells a story, and it's beautiful. I can understand it. If not mistaken, I think even as 18. Not 20, but 18, if not mistaken. So what he's saying here now is actually something that I've mentioned many, many times in some of my videos. So imagine that there are people that are specialists. So these people, all they do and what they get paid for is looking at the sun and the clouds and see what is the lighting about. How is the lighting in this location at a certain hour of the day? These people would scout out, for example, this bath place, this swimming pool. They would sit there for a couple of hours and mark down, okay, how is the lighting? Where is the sun? Where are the shadows? This is very important if you want to have a very, very good MV, you know, an excellent MV, because you want to make sure that everything is consistent throughout the entire production, and it shows where they pay attention to. Like, it sounds silly, but this is the first time in any K-pop MV, and besides when I saw this for the first time myself, that someone else is talking about it, that they look and make sure that the lighting is correct. I actually want to hear it again because maybe I'm dreaming, you know, but really good. And most likely they want that shimmer, you know, in the background, that little glow. Beautiful though, this shimmering going on here. Maybe you can only get it at a certain hour. It could be, but it's really just amazing that they hire people like this. I didn't even know that this skill exists, but it seems like they need people like that. There we have the dice again. Cool. So here we have a bounce card. Again, it's just to make sure that the light that is coming from up here is bouncing on the board back onto the bottom face of ONEW, just to get rid of those shadows. It's very simple. It's nothing too harsh. I don't have a paper here. Do I have a piece of paper here? Let me have a look if I have a piece of paper here so we can actually use one. Maybe I can mimic it here. I don't know if I have the right conditions, but we should for sure at least check it out, okay? So here I have a white piece of paper. Let's see if I can make a bounce card myself, because all it is basically like this, like a white piece of paper. Does it do anything? I can't really say. No, actually, it's just blocking out the light from my other LED panel, because that is much brighter than what's going to be bounced. But normally what it does, it just makes it a little bit softer, you know? It just gets rid of some of the shadows. And if you have a light there and a light there, it doesn't really do any much. But if that light, for example, was off and only that one was running, then it would do something. This would be more or less black. Well, let's actually try it, though. You know, while we're here, I really want to give it a go. So we're going to turn off that light right now. Okay, so now my background or my face is basically black. Let's see what this does. There you go. Do you guys see it? I think I see it because I'm monitoring it myself. So this is with a bounce card. This is without. With, without. It just adds a little bit of a glow to it. You know, it still keeps its shadows, a little bit of its natural structure, as you know that the light source is from somewhere else, but it just makes it a little bit nicer. I hope this explains it really nice. And it's just amazing. You can do it with a piece of white paper, but what you should do is actually have a surface that's nicely, normally what to do, this styrofoam is really used for example, a very dense, or with not so much bubbles in there. It has to still be very smooth, but a good styrofoam, you know, and they don't cost a lot, but it's a helpful tool for sure. And now we have the light back on. Really nice. I love this behind the scenes because they show a lot of small tricks that I talked about, but they actually visualize it on a production. And it's really nice to say, what I say is actually not bullshit. You know, I want to show you guys how fun video production can be with small tricks, with small hints, even with a small piece of paper. It makes sense and it's really cool. It makes me happy. Wow. Wow. Hey! Key is back. Who doesn't like a bit of Key? Key always just shines, you know, like when he comes in, he's like a sparkle of fires coming in, and he shows not his dominancy, because that's a bit negative, but he shows that he's there, you know, that he's present. What is this? What is it? Samsung? I want to know what it is now. Please don't blur it. You know, like literally, Key doesn't look as if he's excited, but deep inside, he really knows he's about to make someone happy. I love this attitude. There are not a lot of people that are like this, so I don't know why. Key, good for you. You know, but the weird thing is that I want to mention about Key. When I am like this in public, for example, when I am inside really happy, but I don't show it, you know, from outside, I just want to keep it inside. People sometimes judge me thinking that I'm crazy, that I'm antisocial, but sometimes you don't always have to smile to feel happy, you know. Sometimes you can look serious and still be happy and feel proud of people. So what is it? So what is this? Oh, that's cool. That's really beautiful, though. Really nice. This is a really nice present. Nothing too crazy, but nice. Send it to me. Send it to me through airdrop. Great guy. What an attitude. I also like what he's wearing, actually. Like, from a cinema point of view, like, what he's wearing is just fantastic. There's just so many colors that match with each other. Like, even his white pulley that he's wearing has a little bit of a warm tone to it, and it matches very well with the warm tone that we get from the green, a little bit of that orange tone in the green, and that also that tone that we see on the green part itself, like on the outside, fits his hair, and that, again, fits his hat. Really, really nice. Great color palette. Just getting some B-roll here, most likely. Some photos. Man, I would love to be at the pool right now. I don't know, but being at a pool is great. What a poser. What a poser. But it's really nice, though, that they are allowing him to come in set as well. Really cool. It really might be that they just rented out the entire hotel for like the couple of days or 1 or 2 days. Like, that could also be. Man, I'm really taking back what I said about that couple thousand, you know, the 3,000-4,000, whatever it was. I thought they were just going to rent out some locations, and while the hotel is open, they're just going to rotate around it. But it could really be, just to make sure that no one knows about it, they just closed it down completely, and some of the workers were just present to make sure that the hotel is operating, you know, but that could have also happened. It's fantastic. It's also, again, nice to see that we can see what hotel it is. Wait, what happened on this day? Is he literally wearing a what is this? A scarf? Is this a scarf? I think that's a scarf. No, from Chanel. Oh my, beautiful. Whoa, what did he say? What is it? So I've been up. Again, it's so beautiful that he mentions this, because a lot of people just don't believe it when I say when you're on set, you're just going to be busy all day. There's something about it, just make sure that people are busy all day. I'm happy that someone else is saying it, that 22 hours is quite normal, that when you're filming, you better be awake for that time, because there are just too many things that happen. But at the same time, a lot of people just have the energy. It's not the most hardest of works, if that makes sense. It's not as if you're running a marathon, but you are excited to capture something and make art as a team. It's a very gratifying feeling. Good for you. I hope you can sleep. I hope we can sleep in the hotel at least, you know, like, that would be nice. I only just realized the dice on his suit. I didn't realize that at all. Nice. Again, it sounds so weird, but you guys might be thinking, okay, what is interesting about this entire scene here, or what is being filmed? You might think it's ONEW. For me, it's actually, look at the 3 people standing behind him to make sure that he looks ready and good or ready for the next set. Again, people are specialized to make sure that he's always okay, that he's comfortable what he's doing, and it's okay. These are roles that you want to have, you know, they're just assistants running around making sure that all the people that need to be on camera are good looking throughout the set and also really comfortable. It's just important. It's beautiful about the art that everyone has an important role. Man, I don't want this video to end at all. I wish I was just there. I love the song as well. His voice is beautiful. Let's actually go back again for a second, actually. So here again, we have the dice. It's the small little medium that is going to be carried throughout the video. Really smartly done here. Not really sure if I talked about it on when I watched the MV, actually, but it's great. Oh, ONEW is there. I didn't even see him. He really looked undercover there. I wonder if they plan it actually for them to come or if they really just come as a surprise. But I am 100% aware that they all know each other's rosters and they can just come and follow what each other is doing. So when they're set, they're like, okay, we just come by. I mean, to the other hand, if they have time, why not? There's nothing nicer than supporting your friends, especially if all the companies that you're working with are all, anyway, one company, in this case, SM Entertainment. It's nice that they support it and to make sure that everyone can meet up, and it's motivating. There's nothing better than work with motivated people, you know, that want to push forward. This is beautiful. Also for Key. I wonder if Key is going to come. Wait, what did he actually say there? If you don't sleep, you get an adrenaline rush? One sec. I need to make sure that I understood it correctly. It's something, again, this is true. At one moment, you're going to feel tired when you're on set, and this is not even a joke. You'll feel tired after maybe the 12th, 13th hour, but then all of a sudden you get an adrenaline rush, and I don't even know where it comes from, but you just feel awake again. And that is why people are able to push through with these productions, you know, for 20, 22, 24 hours, like a full day of work. You're going to be dead the next day. Don't get me wrong. I had already had it last week, but it's a really, really nice experience. It's beautiful. It shows dedication again. Oh, he actually seems worried. He really actually seemed worried there. Like, look at Minho's face. He's like, why are you sweating? Is it cold here? And he's like, yo, guys, just check this quickly, you know, just make sure that he's okay. And you can even see that the worker here is making sure that he is okay. Like, really, really good. I like that. This is beautiful. They're like brothers. You really have to watch out with the people's health. I would really just love it if one of the other Shiny members just took over one of their songs, like from their, like, let's say Minho takes over ONEW song with Dice and he makes his version of it. It would be really cool just to experience, to see how it would sound different. Maybe it would look different. I would really like to see that. Beautiful.
네, 컷. 네, 오케이 하겠습니다. 수고 많으셨습니다.
You can just see how happy people are for filming this and being done. Beautiful. This is so far literally the best behind the scenes that I've seen over all my time on YouTube. It's so detailed. 2 days of filming. 2 days of filming. Yeah, that's gonna hurt, no? Wait, he slid too hard so his pants ripped? Okay, that's fine though. 2 days of filming. Beautiful. Work even harder, man. Just take it easy. You know, you don't have to overwrite yourself. Like, you only have one heart. You might as well just accept that. 감사합니다. Beautiful. This is literally a beautiful behind the scenes, and I 100% appreciated how this was filmed. So yeah, guys, I just want to say I really appreciate how this is filmed, and I hope that you guys can also just appreciate much more the art of making videos as well by looking at this video in particular. This to me is the best behind the scenes I've ever seen yet. I said this many times, but it always got better and better, and I thought, like, how can it get better and better? The reason why this one is so good is because they actually show a lot of techniques directly on set. They talk about what they're doing, about the props, they talk about what's happening, and they even care and display a little bit about the mental health and people caring about each other. You do not see that much in the K-pop world. In the K-pop world, everything has to seem as if people are made out of robots, you know, robotic parts. They're made out of metal, have no problems. But the way Minho came in to say, hey, ONEW, you're sweating, you know, maybe someone should check that out. It's something small, but it's a very important hint that these people do need to be taken care of. You know, working 22 hours, it seems like anyone can do that. It's true, anyone can do it. It's just the problem with the following day if you have to work again and then again and again and again. That is where the danger comes. This is where it's just going to get very troublesome. You know, you don't want the person to get sick or have problems in the future because of filming on an MV, or, you know, it's the same for the cameraman. You want to make sure that they are really comfortable in what they're doing. So it's really beautiful to see how they really displayed all of these small elements throughout the behind the scenes, and I wish more groups will actually do this. I'm not saying this because it's a SHINee member. I'm really just saying it because it really just displays what these stars go through, and it's just a magnificent feeling. Like, I feel really super happy, you know, from seeing this. Like, I really just feel I want to show my gratitude to everyone in the behind the scenes. So not only ONEW, everyone, the producers, the filmers, the lighting people, the makeup artists, every single person, and of course Key and Minho. So yeah, guys, now the big question is, what do you think of the behind the scenes? Did you pick up anything that I have not picked up? Did you enjoy my analysis displaying some of the techniques? Did you learn a couple new things on how certain elements are filmed? If yes, leave it in the chat or leave it in the comments. I am very open to both options because I am premiering this video, and of course I'm going to be in the chat as well. So if you want to, we can talk about it a little bit longer. I'm going to leave open the video for a couple of minutes longer like I always do, so we can have a quick chat. But for now, guys, I just want to say thank you very much on being here. You know, like, same like on you, I also want to work harder. Every time I do a project, I want to display my best. Every time I do a video, I want to do my best, and I see that progression nicely on YouTube. Like, it's not something that happens from day to day. I know that I can put a lot of time in one video, but I want to do it step by step because I want to gradually grow something that is not forced, and that is how you grow as a person. You want to grow bit by bit, and I really enjoy that. That is why I feel really connected with the members from SHINee, because every time they also want to get better and better and better. I am 100% the same. I want to do my best and see my mistakes and get better each time. So yeah, guys, and that is really it. And if you did enjoy this video, like always, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you on the next premiere or the next video. I really just want to thank you all for being and sticking around and listening to my words. And again, I hope you learned something. I hope this is as educational as it can be. And I'll see you on the next one. Okay, guys, stay healthy, stay safe, and see you then.